Let me copy the link so that we can all. Let's copy the link. Okay. So, all right. So let's hold on for others to join this new one. Let's hold on. If you're online, let me know. So sorry, the network today is really something else. I'm trying to finish up quickly. Network is today is really something else. If you're online, let me know. Just state it if you're online. If you're online, let me know. If you're online, just type in the chat box. If you're online, type in the chat box. Let me know and let me know that you can hear me. Let me know that you can hear me. Who's online? If you're online, please type in the chat box. Or should we move the class? Should we move this class? Okay, Pamela is here. Welcome, Pamela. Gladys is here. Who else? All right, let's just continue. Let's just continue so that because of time. I'm trying to copy. You can also, hope you know, you can copy the link to your status as well so that others can join in. Copy the link to your status as well. Awesome. Emmanuel is here. Emmanuel is here. Um, all right, let's start. Let's start. So we stopped at the invitational close, right? Um, invitational close. All right. Okay, so now secondary close. We're looking at secondary what? Secondary close. For the secondary close, how do you do this? Now, for instance, when someone asks you, when they ask you, how do I register? Like they're just asking, oh, you've told them everything, you've not, you've said the price, they now ask, how do I register? Immediately they say this, you should know that you have closed the sale. If you don't close that sale, that means your technique or whatever answer you gave them was not good enough. How do I register? Immediately you ask, would you like to pay with card or bank transfer or POS? If they answer this question, if they say, oh, I would like to pay with card or I would like to pay with bank transfer, you have closed that sale. Welcome, Eunice. You have what? You have closed that sale. Or let's say, for instance, now you're into bags, you're selling bags, and then someone now says, do you have the bag in green color? Immediately they say something like that. The next thing you should say is, would you like it delivered to you right away? Or how would you like it delivered to you? Always use a minor point to close the sale. They are asking for something else, but because you already, those are buying signals as well. They are asking for something else, but you know that they are interested, they are very, very interested for them to be asking those kind of questions. Close the sale immediately. Oh, can I have that shoe, that one that looks like, that is looking like, there's flower on it and all of that? How would you like to pay? Do you want to use your card or your bank transfer? They've not said they want to pay, oh, but you go straight to, how would you like to pay? Always note this, okay? So it's called secondary close. Now, action exercise for this. I want you to practice each of these techniques. I know the videos, you can always go back to the videos and go through it, okay? You can always go back to these videos and go through each of the things we spoke about. We've done about 3 videos now. With this one, the past link, you can just use that to go through it. Then this one is a fourth video. So practice each of these techniques and see which one works for you. Is it the ascending close, the invitational close, the ultimatum close, or the what's this one we spoke about now? um the secondary close. Okay, so write down everything. Try it try it out on your customers and see which one starts working well for you. The one that works well for you, double your efforts on it. Now, before we continue, I want to just announce again, there you'll be getting a bonus if you are joining my wait list for my course. Like I said, you'll be getting a bonus if you are joining the wait list for my course after this boot camp ends. Now, what bonus are you getting from me? How to create crazy mouth watering irresistible offers with samples. Okay, crazy mouth watering irresistible offers with samples. You know that when you give offers, that people cannot say no to, except really that they don't have money, oh, they will buy. Do you understand? All right, so let's start today's zone. We're looking at follow up. Have you heard the statement, the money is in the follow up? Who has heard the statement before? The money is in the follow up. The money is in what? The follow up. The money is in what? The follow up. Who has pardon me? Who has heard that statement before? Can you guys hear me? Who has heard the statement before? The money is in the follow up. If you've heard it, let me know. If you've heard it, let me know. The money is in the follow up. There's a Twitter space upcoming, and I'm going to be one of the speakers. And this follow up will be talking about. I need water. The money is in the what? Follow up. Awesome. Mfon says she has heard it. All right. Okay. So now, how do you follow up without looking desperate? You want to follow up, and you don't want to look desperate. Now, let me give you an instance. Do you remember when you go on social media and you see maybe another ad of Pepsi, and you notice that Pepsi has used a new artist, oh, that just became popular like 2 days ago, and then you now click on it and say, let me even see what this advert is about. And when you open it, it's the same thing that you've been seeing other ones do. Now be like, you let's look at different responses that you could have. You now say, I thought it was something different now because they use a new artist. You now smile and said, and I say, okay, oh. Or your response might be, well, Pepsi always like encouraging new artists. Maybe they want to help his career or help her career, you know. And then some, you might not tell yourself that, Pepsi have come again, oh. Well, anyway, they are kuku my brand. I will keep using them. Do you understand? Like plenty thoughts comes to your mind when you see adverts of Pepsi online, right? And then, do you know what happened right there? It could be an instance like when you go online, you just see something like a new advert that they brought out, and be like, let me click on this thing and see what it is all about. And then you notice that it's the same thing. Do you understand? You notice that it's the same idea, nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed is the person they use. Do you know what they've done to you? They've imprinted themselves in your mind, so that when you think of, oh, I want to drink something next time, the first thing that will come to your mind is Pepsi. Why? Because you are seeing them everywhere. You are what? Seeing them everywhere. And look at, you can see the way they followed you up. They followed you up without actually following you up. This is how you want to follow up. You want to be in the face of your customers. You want to be in the face of those that are interested in buying, but you want to do it without, you want to do it without, how do I put it now, without being desperate, without saying buy now, buy now, buy now. People don't like to hear things like that. You want to show that without what? Being desperate, without showing all those emotions of, oh, they have to buy now. No, 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 no. You can follow up without actually following up. Do you understand what I just said? Do you understand what I just said? We're going to dive more into it. We're going to break it down now. If you understood what I just said, let me know. If you understood what I just said, let me know. All right, all right. Oh, Aki is here with us. Okay, okay. So let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. Now, when when you are following up, when you want to do follow-ups, the easiest way to do follow-ups, even me, I've started imbibing this and it works. Do you notice that there are some things you have even sent before to your customer? Let me share a personal experience of this follow-up thing I did. There was a person I followed up for more than 5 months. The person never replied me for once. For once, more than 5 months. But guess what? At the 6 months, he replied that he's ready to buy. He just said, wow, like, I'm so grateful that even though I have not been responding, you did not give up on me. I'm ready to buy now. So imagine somebody, you have been sending messages, sending, you now like, ah, this person doesn't reply. I'm tired. Please, I'm tired. You just give up. If you give up, well, you don't know who we see. Another thing is, maybe if you are doing broadcast, if you do a broadcast, you won't feel bad. That's why you have to plan yourself. We'll get to that shortly. But what I'm trying to say is, don't give up too easily. Don't be someone that gives up too easily. Your customer might not buy immediately. That's why you have to, I'm repeating this again, you have to get leads every day. If you get leads every day, you will not have this issue of, oh, I'm waiting for that customer to buy. Or once the customer buy, hey, I'll look for new customer. No, keep getting new customers every single day. Like that guy now, when he paid, guess what? He did not even use the stuff for himself. He gave it out to somebody else. But it was like, because you've been patient with me, you still update me even when I did not respond. Thank you so much. And he bought the product for somebody else. Don't be somebody that gives up easily. Now, for follow-ups, have a plan. Some people just follow up anyhow. They just, oh, I've not sent this to this person. You follow up. I've not. When you do that, you're going to see funny, you won't get results. That's the truth. Whoever plans to fail to, I mean, whoever failed to plan to fail, right? You've heard that statement before. Have a plan. First, you need to find out, how many times in a week do I want to be following up on my customers? Know that. Figure that out. How many times do you want to be following up on your customer? Is it 3 times in a week? Is it 2 times? Is it on Mondays and Fridays? Is it on Mondays, Fridays, and Saturdays? Is it Monday, Wednesdays, Thursday? Whatever it is, have a plan. Pick the dates you want to follow up on them. Or is it every day you want to follow up on them? But I won't advise that. Don't I won't advise you follow up on them every day, except they are all in a group. But if it is individually, always give a breathing space. You can say maybe 4 times at most. If you want to be in their faces very well, you can say at most 4 times. But preferably do 3 times. What I do these days now, except I'm running a discount or promo, I do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Do you understand? I do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Now, have a day like during this, let's say you pick 3 days now in the week. You can break it down. You can have a day where everything you send to them that day will be educative, teaching them, giving them information, educating them about the products, something that they will learn from. That can be what you send to them for that day. The next day that you're meant to send another thing, you can send interesting story. My dear, let me gist you. That's how somebody went, and then the bicycle went down the road, blah blah blah. Make sure the story is interesting, and then make sure you relate it to your product. Don't just say a story and in fact the story does not have end, middle, or starting point. When you are saying the story, make sure the story relates to your product. So you can pick a day that it is a story you tell. This is it to their personal DMs, oh, the follow-up, personal DMs. Do you understand? Now, aside that, you can send trigger questions. What do I mean by trigger questions? There was a day I sent one to my list, and I asked the question. I said, man A or Mr. A, as he has no, the question was, who do you think will buy this $100, I mean new sneakers. Is it Mr. A only has one sneakers, or is it Mr. B has 20 sneakers already? And then immediately I sent the question, people were just answering me left, right, center. Do you understand? Send trigger questions relating to your product. When they now start answering you, you now relate it. Do you understand? Trigger questions, that can be your follow-up for that day. Now you can even share jokes. See, let me tell you, if you want to do follow-up well, you must be educative, informative, entertaining. Don't be dry. And you can use your status for follow-ups too. Some people, that's all they use, their WhatsApp status. This is the same thing too as well. Use stories, use educative or informative content, use trigger questions. You can also add testimonials. In fact, add testimonials. Don't say, not you can add testimonials. And then at the end of your follow-up for that day, always add a call to action, CTA. Don't just say, oh, the person will respond. No, add call to action. Always add a call to action. Don't assume. Do you understand? What action do you want your customer to take? Do you want your customer to go and check out the new product you posted on your IG? Put it there. Write PS. You can find out, look at these products that we just did, that will avoid that question. Maybe it was a question, they will avoid you getting blah 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 blah. Look at the product, go to my IG now, you put the link there. If it's that you want them to follow you, you say, check my bio, we have a list of products, things that can help you resolve this, resolve that. Always add a call to action. Do you understand? Then let's say that day, okay, yes, you can also give offers. Pick a day too. It might not be the first week, maybe it's second week. You want to be giving offers. Give offers to close sales. Let's say you've been following up the customer for 2 weeks. Remember I told you not to sound desperate. And then you now say, okay, you now finally want to close a sale from the person. You feel the person is ready because you've told the person all you need to do. Use one of the sales closing techniques, then add your offer. Maybe that day is Friday, you can call it giveaway good Friday. Say, hello there. No, you don't. Hello there, they will not open it. Give away good Friday, put some smiley, some blockbuster kind of, what do you call it now? Just put something very interesting. Make sure the headline is very crazy. Give away good Friday, blah 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 blah. Once they see give away good Friday, the first thing is they want to see what is the giveaway, what's happening here. They'll click on it. You've drawn them in. After that, you say you are among the first set of people that was selected to get this product at so price. The promo ends in the next 48 hours. If you get it now, blah 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 blah. By the time you do that, there is no how. You do that to like how many, depending on your list, or you do that to like 100 people. Haba, you are going to see sales that day. Do you understand? You are going to see what? You are going to see sales that day. So your follow-up, money is plenty in follow-ups. Money is plenty. That is where I've made most of my money. Follow-ups. I follow up like, ha, you either buy or you are not in my list. Do you understand? So make sure your follow-up is very strong. Have a plan. Don't just follow up anyhow. Please, if you are following me, if you are getting what I'm saying, let me know in the chat box. So let me know in the chat box. So now have a notepad for your follow-up. Have a notepad for your follow-up. Do you understand? Okay, this is what I mean. For me now, this is what I do. Let me even show you. I have one right here. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Customer follow-up. It doesn't have to be a book and biro. Your own can be on your iPad, your phone. Have a book where you have everything you write there. Everything is about your customers follow-up. Do you understand? Your customer follow-up book. So now when you are done and let's say you already did your sales closing and all of that, and your customer says, oh, my money is not yet ready to get this product, but by so 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 date I will be ready to buy the product. Write it down. Write it what? Write it down. Write that date. Write the customer's name, whatever it is. Write it down. Have a pen and book. Write a list of, oh, the name, date he said you will buy, and when he now buys, make sure you write the date bought, so that you can always go back and look at how you have been performing so far. Have a notepad for it. Okay. um okay, I already spoke about this. I say have a plan. Create follow-up messages. You can already have series of follow-up messages from the first day they come to your DM till when they buy. And when you have this, you don't have to start rewriting over and over again. You can, when you have a new customer, you can follow the same sequence. You will not even have to spend so much time. Let's say your phone, you use your phone for your business, you won't have to spend so much time on your phone if you've already planned it out. It's just like content. You can plan your content for a whole month. And yes, sometimes force majeure do happen, so you have to keep checking. When the time you check and you see there's any new changes, implement those changes, impute those changes, and readjust. Do you understand? But plan ahead. Plan what? Ahead. Now we're almost rounding up. Congratulatory messages, they are bought from you now. Don't make them feel bad. This thing, you experience it a lot. Like, people will buy something, I'm like, oh my god, why did I even buy it? Oh, I should have not bought this thing. What is all this now? Why did I buy this thing? Make sure they don't feel that way. Try your best. The first thing to do is to send like a thank you gift, like a gift card, something that is part of your like a product that you can give as a gift. Send it to them with a note. Thank you for patronizing me. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. Sorry, hold. All right, so can we all hear me? So I was saying that, please, can you hear me? Type in the chat box if you can hear me. I need to know that you are following. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? If you can hear me, type in the chat box. If you can hear me, type in the chat box. If you can hear me, type in the chat box that you're following. If you can hear me, type in the chat box that you're following. Hope you're enjoying our session so far. Oh. I'm going to ask some questions then. For 7, we'll do our Q&A, or if you want it now, we'll go ahead. Hope you are enjoying our session so far. Please type in the chat box if you can hear me. Let me know that I'm not talking to myself. Oh, yeah, type. Type in the chat box if you can hear me. Awesome. Christian says he can hear me. What about others? What's happening? What's happening with the network? It's not my network now. Oh. My own network is working very, very well. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. What about others? Is it just Christian? Is it only Christian that can hear me? What about others? What about others? What about others? Who else is here and following? I want to know that you're following, because I really need I need you to understand it. Who else is following? Who else is following? Awesome. James says he can hear me. Have you been following? It's not just hearing me, oh, hearing and understanding what we've been talking about. Who else? Who else? Okay. Okay, Chuku, you're just joining us. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. So now I said you've closed the sale. You've I'm going to review all the things we've gone through again. Don't worry, we'll do a summary before we end it. So you've closed the sale. The next thing is to make sure they don't feel remorse about buying. Send a thank you gift card. You can add a note, a very nice note. Wow, you are the best. Thank you for patronizing. We hope to hear from you again. We would love to stay in touch, blah 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 blah. It depending on the kind of product you sell. If it's physical products, this is what you can do. You can send a small token of, maybe, let's say you are into stationaries, you can just send like a book or a pen, something like that. Just package it nicely and send it as a gift to the person as a thank you, with a thank you card. Or if you are into digital products, you can send a very maybe a very small book that will help with whatever product that you have used. It can be a book, it can be a video course that is relating to the product they bought, and add a thank you or a congratulatory message to it. Don't forget, by the time you do this, they'll be very happy. They'll be like, wow, I did not make mistake buying this thing. Do you understand? They'll feel very happy, like, I did not make what mistake buying this thing. But let's say after they've bought, you just start talking to them anyhow, you start treating them anyhow, they won't come back. Oh, and remember that you're not, always look to the future when you're trying to relate with customers. Because if a customer can buy from you now, please note this in your book. If a customer can buy from you now, they will always buy from you. Do you understand? They will always buy from you. So all make sure you keep in touch and send them congratulatory messages. Thank you for your order. We would love to keep hearing from you. Just send a small note with a small gift. Do you understand? An extra bonus. An extra bonus that they didn't know about. By the time they see, like, oh, thank you so much, thank you so much, thank you so much, they'll be very happy. Do you understand? All right. Now, okay, before we Q&A session is by 7. I feel like a lot of people will be available by that time. So I'll talk about this then too, but let me give a brief on this. So now this wait list here is for my course. Now, let me give a brief on what my course is. My course is basically going to expatiate on everything we've spoken about in this boot camp. If you loved this boot camp, if you learned a lot and you want to like you want to become a master sales closer, you want people to be counting their money like this and be giving you want to be seeing alert like every day, make sure you join this my wait list. Oh, because if you miss my wait list, by the time I launch my course, you are going to pay double. Oh, so if you want to join my wait list, you can actually start joining now. All you have to do is go to my WhatsApp and type wait list. Go to my DM, type wait list, and it will add you to the group. Okay, just type wait list and it will add you to the group. I'll still talk more about it during our Q&A session. So let's quickly do a summary. Let's do a summary of everything we've spoken about during this boot camp. Okay, so we spoke about sales. We said sales is very important because it is the DNA of every business. You have prospecting. We spoke about prospecting, spoke about objection handling, we spoke about sales closing, follow-ups, and thank you notes. I want you to write it now in the chat box. If you've been following, tell me, list out the things we've spoken about. I'm saying it already. Prospecting, write it, objection handling, sales closing, follow-up, thank you notes. These are the 5 things. If you can master these things well, if you master these things well, you would have a customer for life, not customer for now. You will have a what? Customer for life. They will not just buy from you now, they will always buy from you. Now, I already introduced myself, and I said by the end of this training you should have learned this thing. So let's figure out those that were really following us. I said you should have known how to find customers that want your products, or you should find a product that your customer actually need. Then I said you should understand customers and give them answers to all their what ifs. That's objection handling. I said you should also take your customer from where they are to where they want to be. That's the desire. You are trying to help them with the solution to whatever problems they have. Then I say you should have known how to close sales like a pro. Please, if you did not watch day one, day two, and for today now, we already had one session that we had to end first. If you did not watch those three videos, you have to go back and watch it. You should have known how to go about doing all of these things by the end of the boot camp. And we're already ending. The next time is for the Q&A. I'll be taking questions. Do you understand? Now, I said you should know how to follow up on customers without looking desperate. We just spoke about it. Then learn how to build and keep long lasting relationship with your customers that will like they will keep coming back again and again. And you can only do this if you truly help your customer, if your product really helps your customer achieve what it said it will help. Let's say you're into I like using money making niche because that's where I'm into. Let's say you're into money making niche product, and then you've told your customer if it does this, does that, is going to get this result, and your customer actually does that and did not get the result. That means your product na, the only thing is if your customer does not now do what you said, and they are complaining they did not get results, you know that they too they have fault. But you told them to do this, do that, and they done it, and they've not seen the results you said. You know what that means. Oh, make sure that whatever it is they are doing, they are going to get results. That is what you should do. Make sure. I saw a quote today from one of my favorite Twitter handle, Dakota Robertson, I think. Dakota said that the way to make fast money, the way to make a lot of money is by charging very high, very expensive. But the way to make more money is by helping your customers to make even more money. Because if your customers, your clients are doing very well, and you get a happy customer, you don't have to say too much. They will do what? They will keep referring you. Do you understand? Make sure you help them achieve the results, or make sure the product helps them with achieving that results they need to see. Now, if you don't take action on everything we've been talking about, you're not going to see result. Oh, you're not going to see result. You have to make sure do you understand? Make sure you follow everything we've been saying so far. Go through it one after the other again if you really want to see results. Now, before we round off, yes, the first question is, hope you have subscribed to my YouTube. If you are here, have you subscribed to my YouTube? Have you subscribed? You are here right now. You have subscribed to my YouTube. That's not all. You are following me on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Very important, because these are the social media where I'll be talking about my course. Do you understand? If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go and do so now. If you've not followed me, to go and do so now. Okay? Go and do so now. All right. So my question to you is, I want to ask a question. It's not random. It's related to everything we've been talking about. How do you make a customer happy? That's my question. How do you make a customer happy? Send in your answers, please. How do you make a customer happy? How do you make a customer happy? How do you make a send in your answers? How do you make your customer happy? What do you have to do to make your customer happy? I'm waiting for your responses, please. How do you make your customer happy? How do you make your customer happy? Send in your answers, oh, send in your answers. I'm waiting. So our next session is by 7. Our next session is by 7. How do you make your customers happy? No answers, no replies. How do you make your customers happy? How do you make your customers happy? How do you make your customers happy? No responses. Can you? Okay, Ishola Tosin. Tosin says when the customers get exactly what he or she needs in your product. Yeah, we have somebody that's been following. Oh, yes, 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 yes. That's correct. When you satisfy your customer is happy at the end of the day. Then there's no how. And like I said, a happy customer leads towards more customers. A happy customer leads towards more customers. Any other answer? How do you make your customers happy? Any other answers? Any other answers? How do you make your customers happy? Okay. I don't like my videos to be too long. In the in the um in the next session by 7 p.m. we're going to have our Q&A session. We can't wait for others to respond. Okay, okay. Okpara James. Okpara says by answering every question to the product you sell to them. Well, that's part of it, Okpara, but the way they'll be happy is when you give them, you deliver what you say you will deliver. That's how to make a happy customer. You deliver what you say you deliver. You did not deliver half, you did not deliver quarter. You delivered exactly what you said you would deliver. All right, so let's call it till 7 p.m. So the 7 p.m. is for Q&A and then introduction to my course that I'll be launching very soon. So if you know that you want to make plenty sales, I've been saying it. If you enjoyed this class, make sure you come and give me a review. Make sure you come and give me a review. You can post it on any social media as well. Give me a review, okay? Now, like I said, for my course, I'll be talking about it during after our Q&A session tonight. So we'll meet in the next 2 hours, okay? Who's excited? I'm excited. I'm really excited. Thank you guys so much for coming onto our Q&A session. See ya in 2 hours. Cheers.